Now, when I bought the MT09, I expected a few names to be called about it. That whatever, naked bike, semi-sport bike, not really a touring bike, but I was not aware of. A lot of people consider it a hooligan bike. I'm not sure I agree with that, but it brings out the hooligan in me a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe it does for everybody too. But now that Ray Straub and his son are riding one, and I'm getting some good feedback from them, maybe they're becoming hooligans too. But it seems like everybody that has one, they have one thing in common. They always enjoy the bike. They always say nice things about it. And I never hear anything bad about it. Now, I've heard some of my friends say that the MT09 is a hooligan bike. I don't know about that word hooligan. I was called a hooligan when I was a lot younger. I've kind of, well, not really matured, but just gotten old is the right word. But hooligan, think about that word. When you go for a ride on a motorcycle, I think everybody becomes a hooligan. Whether you go for a ride to California or around the block, there's something about being out on the open road that's just a lot of fun. And on a day like today, well, actually the rain is coming later this afternoon. We're going to try to get out early and try not to be a hooligan. So the morning, the routine is pretty much the same every day. Get up early, get up with the chickens, get the bike ready, pre-flight it, make sure everything is not going to fall off the bike, or we haven't left any screw on loose. And every once in a while something does get loose on the older bikes, not on the new ones. And of course the usual maintenance, the usual wipe the bike down, check the air in the tires, feed the fish, most important thing, feed the fish. But now we're coming up on a part of the season. We've added one extra chore every morning, and from this point in a year on, we're going to be doing it every morning or every afternoon. Our plants are starting to show. We got tomatoes growing, and they'll be ready to harvest soon. We have roses. We have fresh roses in the house every day. They're climbing up the fence over into the neighbor's yard. We got zucchinis already, the little flower. The bees are already doing what the bees do best, make zucchinis and eggplants and everything. And tomatoes, it won't be long. We'll be having fresh salsa every day. It's having a farm, a lot of fun. A final check of the weather, and they said by noon, with a good chance of rain, so we're going to just get out of here nice and early, even though it's cloudy. So I guess when you're a real hooligan, a dyed-in-the-wool hooligan, you don't care if it rains or snows or if there's a volcano or something. You just want to get out on the open road, period. And up in this area where I ride, and it's just one nice road after another, and the traffic is low, and being a hooligan is a very, very tempting thing at times. Now this bike has 4 headlights and 2 lights under the headlights, and when it's coming at you at some certain angles, especially at night, it kind of looks like something from Star Wars or whatever. It's 6 headlights. Now it's the only bike in my collection that has a quick shifter. Every time I'm out riding it and out looking for some new back roads or someplace where there's pretty much no law enforcement at all, every time I look for that, I'm using that quick shifter. It just adds such a nice dimension of entertainment to the ride. It makes you a hooligan. And from some angles, it really looks like a Hooligan designed it, or it really has a very edgy look from a lot of angles. But the one thing that overrides everything is it fun to ride, and just getting on the bike, nice wide handlebars, great low end torque, quick shifter, all the safety features, the ABS. There's just so many reasons to like this bike, and one of the things I like is the way I restyled it. And it took me 2 years of making little custom touches and looking at it. And every time I look at the bike the day I bought it and then look at it now, to me it has a whole different look. I like it. Karen likes it. And to be honest, maybe you like it too. I don't know. And the sound of the cross-plane triple, it just has a sound unique. To me, it's very unique as opposed to a 1-2-3 firing triple. It's got so many things going for it. The sound, the comfort of the seat. It just makes you a hooligan, really. And with the price of gas still ridiculous, high test is around $5 a gallon around here anyway. Sometimes you can find it a few cents cheaper, but always nice to hit that button and do the math and find out you got at least 50 miles to the gallon. And I like to have one bike in my collection from every 10-year period. And boy, this certainly represents the time period we live in now. And it has the look of a modern bike. And the Michelin 5s are wearing like iron. The seat is comfortable. I love the restyled graphics. Thank you, John Pothier. A million little touches. And all the little restyling things and the parts I painted on this, and it was always with the idea in mind that when I was done, it would have the look of a one-of-a-kind unique bike, maybe a Hooligan bike, but I would always have that look like the factory might have made it. And the silver wheels that I just think is the cherry on the sundae. The tail tidy, the Graves tail tidy worked out well. I made a video on that that's on the channel. And there's lots of videos of all the custom touches that I've done to this bike on our channel. And it's pretty much time to get ready to head back to Rutherford, fill up the fuel tank by the end of the day. Make sure we're ready to go for tomorrow. Every day is special this time of year, and I try never to waste a day that I could ride. The exercise helps keep me young. Well, for a good part of this ride, it looked like it was going to rain like crazy, and then the sun came out, so back and forth, who knows. Never have a bad day with the Mt09, never. And is it a Hooligan bike? Am I a hooligan? Are you a hooligan? Is Karen a hooligan? Maybe we're all hooligans, I don't know. So just another wonderful day on the MT09. Actually, to be honest, I love all the bikes in my humble collection. I try to have one from every 10-year period that I've been involved with motorcycling. And I'm hoping that somewhere down the road, I'll live long enough to have one more. I said that before the last bike, too. Anyway, the exercise you get riding and the exercise you get working on your bike, it absolutely, positively will keep you young. No matter what bike you ride, no matter what bike you have a passion for. The problem with me is I have a passion basically for all of them. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it in 4K on a big TV.